The way that I coach my clients, I help people launch podcasts. I help people grow their podcast and grow their influence. And when I sit there with somebody, one of the main things that I'll look at is, how is their energy? Because a lot of the times we come to a podcast microphone, like the one that's in front of me right now. We come to this microphone and we forget that there's a human being on the other side. And we think that we need to be quiet because somebody else in the room or somebody in the other room might be able to hear us. So we lean back, we calm down because we don't want to sound too overly energetic to anyone, especially our friend or our family who's in the next room. So we tend to back off. And if you come at a podcast with an energy level of a 4 out of 10, let's just say this is a sliding scale of 10, and 5 is normal. Okay, think about 5 being the average. And you are just barely under average on how you're projecting it because somebody's in the other room or you think you're just talking to a microphone. And so you're just not in that same energy level. Well, what's going to happen is over the microphone and over the headphones of your listener is going to hear you at 1 or 2 levels below where you actually are. If they hear you a level or 2 below and you are barely below average, you're at a 4, they're going to feel like you are sad or angry or you don't even want a podcast anymore because you come across as a 2 or 3 out of 10. So when we think about energy levels, you want to go a little above. Now, I am not talking about hitting a 9 or a 10. Please understand. If you come in and give an energy level of a 9 or 10, you're not going to meet your listener where they are. You're going to be overly amped, overly excited. You're going to come across as somebody who's crazy, too happy. And it goes to number 6, where you're now sounding fake. You're not yourself. You're not being natural. You're not being the person that you are when you talk to your friends or your family. So in number 5, when we talk about this energy level, I want you to focus on a level 6 or 7, maybe an 8 every now and again, but it's really going to be focused on a 6 or a 7. I work on my energy coming out of me right around a 7 because I want you to perceive it as average or a little above average, but not overly energetic, right? So that's number 5. Your energy level, come across, try to portray it as a level 6 or a level 7. So slightly above average. That way you're going to come across as about average. You're going to come across as, oh, this is a person that I can get along with because they're not way too happy and they're not Eeyore over here for those of you who watched Winnie the Pooh. Number 4 is you could use headphones. And remember, these are the 8 biggest things to help you sound like a pro. And number 4 is using headphones. And you are wondering why. There's 2 reasons. Sometimes if you have headphones, then the person, if you're interviewing somebody and their voice basically comes out of your speakers, it could go back into your microphone and have a circular spiral, a tornado, and it just goes down and down and down because of that echo, that reverb, that interference where their voice is going into your mic as well. It can create this echo chamber that is horrible. So wear headphones for that reason. And what's the second reason for you to wear headphones? What do you think it might be? What do you think is going to benefit you as a podcaster if you want to sound like a pro? It's because you can actually hear yourself. And it's weird for some people. I've coached 100+ people that have gone through Grow Your Show, and they come in and so many of them say, no, Adam, I don't want to hear myself. I don't want these headphones to put my own voice back in. It's awkward, a couple of them had said. It's weird, a couple of them have said. And the third thing is, I don't like the sound of my freaking voice. I don't like the way that I sound. I think that I sound really good, but then I put on my microphone and my headphones and I sound like this weird person, or I don't think I have a radio voice. So they've got these excuses why not to wear headphones. But number one, you can't afford to have that reverb, that echo, that downward spiral, that tornado of terribleness. And number two, if you have the opportunity to hear what you sound like, you're going to be able to have better mic technique. You're going to be able to be as loud or quiet as you need, because you can, on the spot, you can understand how you're coming across, and it will benefit you.